Gabriel Magalhães returned to the Arsenal starting lineup against Aston Villa and was immediately involved in the thick of the action. The Brazilian defender scored in the opening minutes of the second half, leaving Emiliano Martinez fuming on social media over an alleged elbow, to send the Gunners on their way to a 4-1 win and 5 clear at the top of the Premier League. Sign up for the Arsenal newsletter. Thank you. Gabriel was back in the Arsenal team and back trolling his rivals' credit, Instagram. This time he was seen mocking the celebration of Amadou Onana credit. Instagram. Gabriel, 28, was also back in form as one of the English top flight's biggest wind-up merchants. SunSport has looked at 6 times Gabriel has proven he deserves the crown of the Premier League's biggest house. Taunting Onana. After the win over Aston Villa, Gabriel was jubilant in the Emirates tunnel with his teammates. The defender, who had put his coat back on after being substituted, strolled up to the camera and mimed putting something in his pocket before firmly zipping it up. Read more in football. Aston Villa star Onana previously did the same celebration against Man Utd and ChelseaCredit, X. He then yelled, "Come on," as he headed back to the dressing room, appearing to mimic a celebration the Villa star Onana has done in recent weeks. The Belgian, 24, performed something similar in the Villa Park tunnel after his side's 2-1 win over Manchester United on December 21 and repeated it after victory over Chelsea days later. Gabriel did the celebration of Victor Gyökeres when the teams faced off in 2024 credit. Getty. When Arsenal faced Sporting Lisbon in the Champions League in November 2024, Victor Gyökeres was lining up in the green and white-colored stripes of the Portuguese giants. At the time Gyökeres, 27, was one of the most lethal strikers in Europe, and had made his mask celebration one of the most recognizable celebrations in world football. Most read in football. Best free bets and betting sign-up offers. However, when it came to the Arsenal clash, it was Gabriel who wore the mask and not Gyökeres, and he scored on the stroke of half-time to make it 3-0 to the visitors in a 5-1 thrashing. There was seemingly no bad blood between them though, with Gabriel joining in on the celebration alongside his teammate by covering his eyes when the striker scored against Atletico Madrid earlier this season. Ease does it. Gabriel tagged Richarlison after Eberechi's hat-trick in the North London Derby credit, Instagram. Gabriel has enjoyed a particularly bitter trolling war with a fellow Brazilian house in the other side of North London in the form of Richarlison. When the Gunners and Tottenham clashed earlier this season, it was the league leaders who, unsurprisingly, came out on top thanks to an Eberechi's hat-trick. 27, had looked all set to join Spurs before Arsenal swooped in with a £67.5 million offer, and Gabriel trolled both Spurs and Richarlison by wearing the shirt of his teammate and tagging the rival attacker in an Instagram post. All of this despite missing the game through injury. Free and easy, he took aim again in the summer after Richarlison tagged him in a post-credit, Instagram. In the summer Richarlison, 28, was the one to fire the first shot of the season at Gabriel. When the two sides faced off in Hong Kong during the preseason, it was Spurs who emerged victorious, with Richarlison taking home the match ball and tagging Gabriel in his Instagram post. However, Gabriel clapped back by sharing a snap of 3 Man of the Match awards he has picked up in North London derbies and tagging Richarlison in the post. That included the pair he got in the previous season. Earl's Court. Gabriel clapped in the face of Erling Haaland after Arsenal beat them 5-1. Credit. Action images. Richarlison isn't the only rival forward Gabriel goes hit for hit with on the house meter, with Manchester City ace Erling Haaland proving to be a more difficult opponent. Haaland, like Gabriel, is well known for getting under the skin of opposition defenders and is arguably a rival to the crown for the league's biggest house. But when the pair faced off in February, it was Gabriel who had the last laugh as Arsenal ran out 5-1 winners. And Gabriel made sure to rub it in the face of Haaland, 25, as he clapped in his face after Ethan Nwaneri scored the fifth for the hosts. Kickabout. Gabriel mocked Ivan Toney's tweet a little over a year after the England star brutally trolled Arsenal. Credit. Twitter. Arguably Gabriel's magnum opus, his now famous tweet responding to England international Ivan Toney. Toney had previously tweeted, "Nice kickabout with the boys," after Brentford had beaten a soft Arsenal side on the opening day in the 2021-22 season. Gabriel bided his time and hit back a year later when Arsenal beat the Bees 3-0 by tweeting a carbon copy of Toney's joke. Asked about the move, Toney labeled Gabriel's tweet, "a bit cringy." Not that Gabriel cares, and in fact he seems to have relished goading his opponents at every opportunity he gets. Recommended stories. In years gone by, the title for Prem's biggest house has gone to the likes of Jamie Vardy or Neil Maupay, the latter proving to be a particularly thorny customer for anyone he crossed. Arsenal were often on the end of the French striker's exploits, so Gooners must now be enjoying one of their players dishing it out instead.